It's your boy, Brenton Pickers here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about, doing actually, the New Orleans Saints rebuild. Now, this is part 2. Last video, we did alright in terms of trying to restructure this team, and then we also just got recent free agents of Reddick and Ron St. Brown. Obviously, haven't been panning out so far. Not exactly, but they also haven't really been doing that. So, but I was trying to get the number 1 overall pick with one of our honestly surprising rookies in Kerson Johnson, and hoping to trade it for exchange at the number 5 overall pick. But that season it hasn't worked out so far. So yeah, but welcome to the live stream. Let's try to throw in, I guess, like a 6th round pick, something like that. Alright. So Kerron Johnson, a 1st and a 3rd for exchange for a 1st and 6th of the rated number 1 overall picks. So that's not that bad, and honestly I think that's a very good trade for us because we could get whoever's the best player available, if that's quarterback or not. And yeah, but the one thing I want to do is trade back from the number 3rd overall pick. We don't really need all of these top 5 picks, or top 10 picks, I should say. So, and also we should be getting plenty of value for this. So, I mean, I guess we might as well just look at the offers of what we could get and just auto trade. This is actually a pretty good one. The problem is I kind of would like a 1st round pick in return. So that's the only complaint I would have. And it does not seem like there are any specific team that has any interest. So let me try to let's work with Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh, they could definitely maybe use a quarterback. So how about let's try to throw in 2 1st round picks and Minka Fitzpatrick, who could definitely use a free safety. Okay, so it's orange, but there is some potential value. Then let's throw in, I don't know, the 9th pick in the draft. I don't know. Alright, so the trade is easily accepted. So we get Minka Fitzpatrick, a 1st round next year, and a 16th overall pick for exchange of 9 and 3 overall picks. Honestly, it's very good for us because we definitely needed a safety, which, yeah, our safety core is pretty bad at the moment. So that is a very good move for us, and we also get the 1st round pick this year and next year from Pittsburgh, while they also get 2 top 10 picks to maybe retool their team around a little bit. But looking back at this team still got a lot of needs to work on. Our O-line is fine, which it's kind of usually not even an issue for the Saints. Tight end, I would like to get a better tight end than Foster Morato. So let's just try to see what we could get out of him. But I'm really hoping that we can find a team that just completely needs him. Let's say the Rams could, because they could use some younger talent. 1st round pick. Okay, that's kind of expected, not gonna lie. But what if we decided to use him to try to trade up a little bit more in the draft? I think that could work. Let's try to trade up. Obviously, I don't think that would work with Tennessee's pick. Let's see here. They could use maybe a better tight end option, potentially. So how about I throw in... I mean, I don't think it's gonna just be the first overall pick. I mean, the fifth overall pick, yeah. We're barely even halfway. So Cleveland, they don't really need a tight end. They could use a backup one, but they don't really need it. Again, just competition at tight end. I don't think they're also going to accept this either. Nope. So, yeah, this is not looking too great so far in terms of trying to find a team that actually would trade for him. LA, I think they might want to consider throwing like this as a potential trade because they could use a first round pick this year, but I think this would be easily accepted. So let's try to throw in a second. Okay, so the trade isn't accepted, but it's still very close. Let's throw in like a fourth round pick. You know what? Let's try to throw in a fifth first. Because I don't think that... I think it's going to... Yeah, that's got accepted. So, Foster Moreau, a first round pick, and a fifth for exchange of their first round pick next year, and a second round pick. So it's a bit of a trade down, but also getting the first next year. So it's a pretty worth it, and also I didn't really want Foster Moreau anyway, so honestly it's a pretty good win for us. And also again we could also get a potential top 10 draft pick again. Now I want to go back into free agency and just see if like there's any potential players I might want to bring back or bring. Tyron Matthew, he's not bad. It's just the problem is like we don't really need Tyron Matthew. And I think he's a little pissed off as well from getting traded. But I think I might throw out there a 1-year pack to come to New Orleans. I think Nick Chubb, I think, is going to be another player I want to try to bring. Just because the fact of we have literally like nobody. So I'm going to try to throw out there like a 4-year deal and just see how this works, you know? Okay, so far we are the #1 team in terms of trying to get him. Is there anybody else I want to bring back? I don't think so. Outside of Byron Murphy, I don't think there's any other player that I would like to bring back. So let's just go give Byron Murphy a contract, or I could get Kuhn a contract. But it's going to depend, I think, of how Byron Murphy is going to accept his contract for. So there we go. 3-year deal. We're giving him a lot of money. I think he will accept this, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. And yeah, we are the third ones on that list. No, thank you. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go try to target him since he actually has interest into coming to, well, New Orleans. So yeah, he's the map. So we're the #1 for pretty much everyone except for Tyrann Mathieu because you might want to go to Carolina. And we got everyone from that, so that's pretty nice. So we got Nick Chubb to help what is a pretty poor offensive running position, and that's still like even with Nick Chubb being there, that is going to pretty much just be a decent short-term option. So we still gonna have to try to find a long-term option at running back. We could use a better tight end. I mean, it's not a big need because we have just such a good receiving core, but we could also just go using tight end. But again, we also need a running back still. Kind of, we need like a long-term, sustained running back. You also need a quarterback still. Defense, it's mainly just linebacker. And again, we kind of still do need a safety though because Tyrann Mathieu is again same thing with Nick Chubb, just a short-term option at safety, so that does not work. So that's a bit of a concern. I mean, obviously, so far, our team looks like it's about to be a freaking playoff team. But also a lot of players are going to start to progress, so That's not looking that great. But let's try to draft some linebackers. Let's try to draft a quarterback, period. And hopefully this draft can just be very good for us. Hope it. Alright. So the number one overall pick. What do we want to use? Obviously, I would prefer quarterback, but you never know. Okay, so there are receivers. There's even some tackles, but let's just go look at the quarterback position. Okay, so far, this is already looking like this might not be a very good quarterback class. And that's a bit of a concern, because this is literally the only position that we need. Well, not, I wouldn't say that, but, like, that's like the... Honestly, for the sake, I am just going to take a flyer on him. He's only had normal development. That's a yikes. But, I mean, you never know, and hopefully he could turn out into being a very good pocket passer, because it does not seem like he's going to be a very good scrambling quarterback. So, I kind of have to hope. So let's try to go get some linebacker help, since our linebackers are absolutely terrible at the moment. Danny Black, it really does seem like he's going to probably be maybe a starting linebacker. There's also another guy I want to look at before we draft him confirmedly. But it is going to be pretty hard to beat him when he has pretty much one of the best linebacking speeds in the class. So that is a bit hard for him to try to beat. Well, he's good as an athletic standpoint, but it also kind of, it seems like it's a little worse in terms of the status. So, Danny Black, welcome as a member of the New Orleans Saints. Not surprised he has normal development, because that's what every freaking linebacker has in this game for some reason. Alright, so on to the second round of the draft. Hopefully we can find ourselves a nice little running back, maybe even tight end or something, because we definitely can use some more playmakers on our offense. Or we can also use a linebacker, because that's something that we also need as well. But it does not seem like there's going to be any good linebackers left. Obviously, this guy is very athletic, it seems to be, but he got some decent traits. So, maybe Will Brown might be the guy, but I don't think this is going to be the pick where I take him. He's also very good at he's athletic. He's actually more athletic, I think, which that gives him a bit of a more an advantage. But I think Brian Samuel might be the guy just because he's more athletic, and you can't teach people that. So, yeah, that speaks for itself. Jake Brooks. We could definitely use a tight end. He is extremely athletic. Yeah, Jake Brooks, welcome as a member of the New Orleans Saints. Obviously, again, he does not have to be good. Like, he doesn't have to be, like, the world's best tight end. He just has to be decent, and that's really all I care. So, hopefully, one of the linebackers are off the board, and yeah, one of them are. So, by default, I am taking Brian Samuel, who, finally, we get our first in development. So, Hopefully Brian Samuel could turn into a freaking beast, because again, we have no linebackers. So, well, outside of like Pete Warner, but
Saints now
yeah.
on the clock.
So, really the only position that we have a need of at this point is running back. So let's just go look at the running backs. Okay, so it really doesn't seem like there's going to be a running back until like round 3. But I would like to see how good this guy is. And he doesn't look that great. But also, Carby Gibbs, a day 3 pick, also looks pretty interesting. But he is a bit old, and again, this is a 3rd round pick we're talking about. So, or day 3 player. So you never really know if that guy can really become a guy or not. But I feel like there are some plenty running backs, and surely our person's going to definitely draft one. So I don't think we're going to draft that player here, but we could definitely use is a safety. Our safety position is not a need for now, but it's again for now. So we could definitely use another safety. And Ruby Whitefield doesn't really look like he's going to be the guy. Brandon Jackson. Let's see him. Okay, he's pretty athletic, I guess, and he also got some decent traits, which none of these safeties really have any good traits, to be honest. Deshaun Martin, he's decent athletically, but I don't think he's going to be the guy I want to take. Then the last guy I'm going to look at, and pretty much we're going to take whoever I think is the best safety, is Tyron Jackson. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be taking you either. Despite with some good traits, I don't think I'm taking you. So we're going to be taking Brandon Jackson out of Florida.
The New England Patriots now on the clock.
Wait a minute, did it simulate my pick? I'm assuming it, yeah, it took Brandon Jackson for me because I took a little too long. I think I'm going to trade back with this pick. Hopefully we can get just some picks next year. That's really all I'm asking for. So, yeah. Houston asking for a second next year. I think I can't refuse that. Like, getting a second next year, that could be really useful for our future standpoint. Alright, so our 4th round pick, aka what will be the 105th pick in the NFL draft. Let's try to go get a freaking running back. The one reason why I like this guy a little bit, well, it's also because of his good traits. He also has some decent athleticism and elite strength. So you know what? Let's take him. He's also just perfect because he also is kind of what Nick Chubb is, so that kind of makes him a bit more dynamic in that matter. So I think that's a good pick. So yeah, I really like her. I liked her draft. I just was a little disappointed of the amount of normal dev players that we got. So that's also very concerning. And just again, it's just the quarterback position that kind of pisses me off. Like, I wish he hadn't hidden. Like, if he was hidden development, I would feel a little bit more comfortable with him. But since he doesn't have hidden development, which again, he can't, it's not like he's not going to be able to get like star dev, superstar dev, or something like that. It's just like you kind of needed that because QB is one thing that was kind of holding us back last year. So hopefully he ends up actually being good next year. So yeah, so it doesn't seem like our draft was that bad. The only problem is that Brian Sanders ended up being a 63 overall. But otherwise, this is a pretty good draft, and just hoping that this linebacker frickin' pan out, because our linebacking core is hot diddly garbage. But he will be guaranteed my starting middle linebacker, and I don't think that's even a question, just because of the fact of how poor my linebacking core is at the moment. So, yeah. I really do think that our defense is really, really good. Our offense is definitely going to go through some growing pains just because we have a new quarterback under center. That's like the only problem I guess I could have with this team is just the fact of lack of actual running back. But we're gonna just gotta hope that our quarterback can try his best at being a number one. And I would like to see him be the starter at backup edge, and then maybe as like a starter at the power back position. But also having him just as a backup would be fine, I guess. But for where I'm going to put my linebacker at number one on the depth chart because I just really want to see him play, and that's really all I want him to do. So he will be my number third linebacker because I really, again, I would like to see like how good is this guy going to be. You know what? Let's have him as the number one player. Might as well. Hey, it wouldn't be that painful to have him at number one linebacker, right? And also he has JOK to help him too, so it ain't the end of the world until he blows a freaking game. You know, that's the only point I think I have a complaint. So yeah, this should be the season where we hopefully make it to the postseason. Because if we don't make it to the postseason, I'm going to be a bit upset. I'm assuming the mentor rookie is going to be our running back or our safety. It's one of the two. And it's the running back. That's kind of what I figured. So yep, let's do that. And yeah, I really do think that this team is going to most likely, in my opinion, make it to the playoffs. Because again, we had like Nick Chubb is a freaking beast, and then you also have that backup running back. And then you also have Kerry Miller, who's also very good. So, yeah. Just hopefully we don't screw up here. Um, okay, so he ends up with Superstar. Not that bad. Not too shabby. So weird. But we do get an injury after our loss in the preseason. And we have Brian Brzee is going to miss most of the season to a hip injury, and Tyson Campbell is expecting to miss the game against Pittsburgh. That's a bit of a yikes, not gonna lie. Missing Brian Brzee is kind of gonna hurt, but again, we also have like Rasan Reddick, who we didn't have last year, so that should be a big impact. But we still have a lot to be excited about heading into the season. All right. Well, we are 4-3, but we're going against the Falcons, who are 7-0. So yeah, that's not that hot. Of course, we got to go against the Falcons that are just literally God in this game. Okay, for some reason we are the number one offense. Okay, that's good, but our defense is stupid and sucks. Our quarterback has been playing. I don't know, to be honest with you. Okay, our quarterback is number third in passing yards. How? I swear to God, if he's a rookie, I am going to. Okay, thank God. Oh my God, I was about to. I'm like, if you are a rookie, I am personally going to find you and beat you. Okay, so he's number 3 in passing yards. That's good. The problem is he's tied for third in interceptions. That's a freaking problem. That's a nosy. Nick Chubb has been playing very well so far, at least, and our rookie running back has only gotten 4 carries for 10 yards, but he has had a touchdown, so it's not that bad. St. Brown, he's been pretty much amazing so far, even and probably has the most touchdowns for any receiver with 12. Yes, you hear me correctly. He has 12 touchdowns. And it's only been half through the season. That's ridiculous. 12 touchdowns. Our O-line, none of them has allowed 5 sacks, which is nice, but there's been a few that's allowed 3, so that's not great. Razan Reddick with 3.5, but there hasn't really been any big-time pass rusher so far. JOK with 2 interceptions. Danny Black with 1. Jacob Clancy. Is Samuel not starting? I swear to God, if he isn't, I'm actually going to be pissed, because I wanted him to start. Despite he sucks. Yeah, he's probably not even going to develop it into anything crazy, but it's better to see what the heck we have in Samuel, rather than just throw him in the sideline and just say, oh, he's a bad player. It's not right. Our offense is looking alright. Beckett being injured actually hurts, but again, we also have Perry, so I'm not complaining. Defense I don't even know what to say. Okay, so did Samuel ever played any snaps? I'm genuinely curious. Okay, he's only played 78 snaps. Are you freaking kidding me right now? This is a joke. And yes, I am changing our defense to KC's because our defense has not done a nosebleed. And it is getting very repetitive of how good our defense is supposed to be, and it keeps going to be getting injured. It is ridiculous. It is nonsensical. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be the year, or, well, now our defense is going to finally, turn around. So we have $52 million in cap space, and we have a lot of free agents to go end up signing. First Olave, probably the biggest one right now. We gotta get him back, because, he's one of the best players, but the problem is he has no interest in coming back. My question is why the frick you want a mentor for? You are the mentor. Liar. Okay, Tyrann Mathieu is a guy who I'm going to probably wait on, because, let's face it, he might retire. Jake Mooney, I would like to bring back as well. He does not want that contract. He wants more money, or he just wants to go to a completely different team. Trevor Panning. Yeah, you're going to get a 3-year deal. Hopefully he comes back. He does. Just the lack of cap space is very concerning. Alontae Taylor, for debt purposes, I would like to bring him back. And he also actually has interest into coming back on the team. So there you go, he's back, and I think there is nobody outside of Jake Mooney and maybe Tyrann Mathieu, it depends. I don't want them back, so yeah, but depth chart, I'm immediately having Samuel back as the starting linebacker because I just want to see what the freak my man can do. Not just see him on the sideline wasting his potential while he also has a hidden development trait, which is very useful, by the way. So, yes, I would like to have him at my number one linebacker. Is that a bad idea? Yes, it is, but I would also like to just see if he's the guy or not at linebacker. So, yeah. Like, I want to see, will he be your guy, or is he just going to be in one of those busts, and we're going to still have to go, continuing to go on the drawing board to see who the frick is going to be our starting linebacker. Um, so, yeah, we're going to be waiting on the drawing board for a while. No offense to Jacob Cansey or anything, it's just like, I would like to see him to get some opportunities on the field when he's decently athletic, and he just has a lot of potential, I feel like. We're probably going to be losing to the Falcons unless our defense finally turns around and our offense is playing as what it is, which is the best offense in the league. So, yeah, but we actually beat the Falcons, which that gives us a pretty big advantage now because we beat them. Tyrann Mathieu with 2 interceptions, so yeah, he might be a guy I might want to keep, but again, that also again depends. So we're going to simulate it to the playoffs, because I'm pretty sure we're going to make it to the playoffs. So, yeah, this team is a bit too good at this point to not make it to the postseason, especially our offense if it's rated number 1. So, alright, so we are 11-6 and won the division. Wholesome. So I honestly I was expecting 10-7, 9-8, and probably making it as a wild card. Winning the division is 11-6. That's pretty nice. Wait, is Kirk Wisdom our quarterback? Wow. So number 1 in offense with 22 in defense. Well, at least our defense got better during the season. But it really seems to be he could be winning MVP as his rookie year, which that's pretty crazy. For, again, for him being a rookie. So, yeah. Nick Chubb, pretty freaking crazy. Our running backs outside of that didn't really do so much. St. Brown went off this year. 22 touchdowns. 1,759 yards. That is that is incredible. Like, honestly, I don't know, but I think that's a record for, well, maybe not the record, but close for, yeah, he's tied for second in most receiving touchdowns. He actually was tied for the most touchdowns this season behind Cooper Kupp. So that is not that bad, to be honest with you, for St. Brown. And we also had other 1,000-yard receivers, like Chris Olave, Tremaine Beckett, and this was also a guy who missed out some part, probably, of the season, maybe. Jake Brooks is doing decent as a rookie tight end, especially with how much weapons are on the offense. Our O-line, it did pretty good, just a little pissed off with Trevor Panning allowing 10 sacks. Our defense, Hazan Reddick definitely put up a sacks that I was expecting, like 13. Isaiah Foskey with 8. Mondell Thomas with 7.5. So yeah, we got to the quarterback. That's pretty darn important. 4 interceptions for Tyrann Mathieu, 3 interceptions for JOK, 2 for Minka Fitzpatrick, Danny Black, and Alontae Taylor, 1 interception for Tyson Campbell, Brandon Jackson, and Jacob Clancy. So I don't think that, once again, our linebacker was not playing starter, surprisingly. I am so surprised. No, I'm not. But let's just, take a look at our team. I'm a little surprised, though, that he has yet to gotten above normal dev, just to be honest with you. And I think Meriton is honestly just a better running back at the moment than Kerry Miller. So maybe he might get more carries next season. We don't know. Our offense is just looking amazing, while our defense has definitely gotten better, but not, better. I think I am going to go and decide to cut DeMarcus Jackson so we don't have to pay him $1.18 million. And hopefully Samuel gets some more snaps, so that would be nice. Our defense is very good, but for some reason just can't find its footing as being, in my opinion, a top 15 defense. Which I guess you kind of could blame that at the linebacking core, because our linebacking core has not been good at all. But I'm going to simulate the Falcons game. I honestly kind of hoping that we win, but either way, though, we have had a very successful season with our quarterback. Maybe we've winning MVP as a rookie, which I don't think has ever happened before. I feel like that's somebody, I feel like that was, a goal that I had back when I was actually, young and thought I actually could play, I don't know, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, those positions. Back in the day, I wanted to be, the Lightning McQueen, trying to win MVP and go to the Super Bowl and win as a rookie. That's one thing I wish I could have done, but obviously, I don't think I'm not going to be quarterback. 2, I'm not going to be winning MVP, offensive or defensive MVP as a rookie. That's just impossible. So, yeah. Hopefully, though, we can beat the Atlanta Falcons. It is currently a tie game, 10-7, 10-10. Okay, so this has just really been a repeat of offense really game right now. Halftime, 17-17 still. 20. Okay, this is interesting. You know what? Let's simulate it by a slow. Just see what the heck is going on here. Alright. So, we get the ball. We're near the red zone here. And we're only down by 3 points in the second round. Here we go. Looking for throw, and that is a wide open St. Brown onto the red zone. All right.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
You figured they would guard him, but no. All right. Oh, a quick pass, and that is caught by Chris Olave. What a freaking catch, dude. That was crazy. I did not expect him to hold that in. Like, look at that. He just, like, Odell'd that, bro. Like, that was, like, he technically pulled it with one hand, but then he pulled it to just possession. So, all we gotta do now is just punch it in the red zone for a touchdown. And that is touchdown for Nick Chubb. See, having Nick Chubb on the team has just been such a big advantage for especially for a rookie quarterback, too, because we could definitely use that. The kick is good, 31-27 in a wild card weekend. Alright, so here comes the kickoff. Less than 4 minutes left on the clock. And they are going to return it. That's a lot interesting, in my opinion. And there we go. The ball is stopped at the 24. Desmond Ritter's a superstar. Honestly, I'm not that surprised, especially with their playbook. It's freaking alright, Ritter, look at the throw to Pitts, and that is negative yards. Very interesting. Alright, 2nd and 11. Probably going to be a pass. And it is. Oh, they didn't tackle him, and that still though. Alright, so well, this is going to be a pass unless it's a QB draw. You never know. Here we go. Look at the throw in the pocket, and he completed the pass to P.J. Robertson. And then he goes out of bounds. Which, honestly, at this point, that's not really what you want to do. Alright, so here we go. It seems like he might be sending a blitz here. Oh, never mind. It's a zone coverage. That is a good attempt to trying to get into the to break the tackle, but he didn't. And this might be the last play before the second quarter. So they can just wind down the clock. Nope, they're going to throw. We're going to look, and there's London wide open. I don't know why, but apparently he got open.
First down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, this defense, come on. I know, like, this defense is kind of slacked, and it's finally all of a sudden getting better, but still. Oh my god, this defense is actually ridiculous. This defense is actually genuinely ridiculous. Oh, there you go. Nice stop. Alright, so here we go. Probably looking for a play action. That surprisingly he is. And that is incomplete, out of bounds. Now it is 3rd and 11 here. They have to get to the 2-yard line for a first down. Looking to throw, and it is ruled incomplete. I don't think that was incomplete, to be honest. We'll find out. Yep, it is a boot. It's going to be under review.
Look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here, late in a tight
yeah,
game.
This is a big one. Yeah, that's caught.
Those feet in bounds. That's the question they've got to decide.
His foot is in bounds. So that's a catch.
It looked like a heck of a catch because he
that's a catch.
Bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
And so it is ruled caught, but it is still 4th down. So 4th and 1 here. They honestly might win the football here. Nope, it is play action. Look at the throw, and that is a touchdown to
Gabriel Davis.
Oh, Gabriel Davis. And it's also under review, which I don't think he was out of bounds. But let's look. Yeah, that's in. I think that's in. I honestly don't know what they're going to pull here. This is between them maybe winning the game or going to overtime, or us winning the
So
game.
they called it a touchdown originally.
Or
This
again,
will
that's
stay
the
a touchdown
same
after the
difference.
video review.
But
so
yeah, they did call it a touchdown. The kick is good. It is 34 to 31.
So it's now
With
a
1 and
3-point
15
game here in the closing
minute and
stages as a
15
field
seconds.
goal
We
now
still
can
have
only
all 3
tie it.
timeouts, so this game really isn't over yet. This game is pretty much still alive. And look at that kick return. That is a perfect start for our offense to get into by, I think these are sophomore receivers. I don't know. But here we go. One of the best offenses in the league. With 70 seconds and all 3 timeouts. Here we go. Look at the throw, and he breaks it, but then he gets sacked.
He's taken down.
I don't know why he didn't try to decide to just like throw it away or something. Here we go. Look at the throw, and there you go. The tight end wide open, but he gets out of bounds. That is a big play right there.
At the 25-yard line.
Jake Mooney.
This definitely
So yeah, this is 3rd and 18. It seems like they're going to need to get a lot of yards here. And here we go, looking. There he goes, Chris Olave, and they might want to consider calling a timeout here.
And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
So 29 seconds left, 4th and 8.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds.
Here we go, he's going to look to throw. And he is lobbing it up downfield, and that is caught, and that is a touchdown. Chris Olave with a big, gigantic play to probably seal the game. What a play.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles,
Desmond Ritter is infuriated there on the sideline. What a play. Look at the arm. That was a perfect, like just a perfect throw, perfect arm, perfect catch. Just literally, wow. I did not expect that at all. And here we go at the extra point to decide matters or not. And the kick is good. Now they have to try to get a touchdown to win this game. They still got timeouts, and it's 21 seconds left. So they're still in this game, but not quite as much. And for some reason he returned it, and he has 16 seconds now with 3 timeouts. Well, that's the thing I gotta point out. They do have 3 timeouts, so if they do get like a catch, they can't just call a timeout. And Desmond Ritter, look at the throw. He did get pressured on that throw, and that is batted down incomplete.
Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I don't know why they're throwing Hail Marys, and they could just literally just throw like a small pass and call timeout. Here we go, Desmond Ritter looking like to be a Hail Mary again. And it is incomplete. Opposite should have been intercepted, but 1 second remaining, aka they have 1 more play left in the tank. Here we go, obviously play action. Hail Mary. Desmond Ritter, once again pressured, throwing the ball, and that is incomplete. And that game is done, set, match. I still can't believe that Winslow made that perfect throw. I mean, obviously, again, he was drafted and known for his arm heading into, well, obviously, when he was drafted, but I still was very surprised he was open. The fact that he made the pass, the fact he didn't overthrow it. Like, there are a lot of things that could have went wrong there that did not went wrong. And that was very, very interesting. So Brennan Jackson gets an upgrade. The only player, for some reason, gets an upgrade. And, yeah. So now we're on to the NFC Divisional Round after just beating the Falcons, barely. So we were at the 2nd seed. I'm honestly a little surprised we're the 2nd seed. Honestly, I thought we were like the 3rd or 4th seed. So that means we're going to be in the divisional round not dealing with the best team in our conference. So that's nice. But we are going against whoever wins has the best record, which that is the Green Bay Packers, who they just recently lost to in real life. So let's go see who's gonna win here. Will it be Green Bay again and move on to the NFC Championship, which I think they have to run a love with, by the way? Or is it going to be us with our high power offense and hopefully a redeeming defense? This has been a very interesting so far.
Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Alright.
It's the New Orleans Saints.
I'm really curious to see who the heck is going to win this game. Because, oh wow, turnover right away, 7-0, 14-0, 21-0. Okay, they finally got some points, 3 points to be exact. 3-28, 35-6, 9-35, and it seems like the clock is just running down, 41-9. And we just absolutely killed the Packers, 41-9. 5 touchdowns. Yeah, 5 touchdowns by Winslow. Yeah, if he's not winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, I don't know who will. That is pretty freaking crazy. Alright, moment of truth. Will we make it to the Super Bowl? But, like, honestly, though, I gotta admit, this is incredible, like, what's been going on so far. Our offense has been amazing, but our defense has been kind of redeemed, especially in that game, too. Our defense was amazing. But the question, I honestly don't think he won MVP, which I think is a little nerve-wracking, because he honestly kind of deserves it, but I don't think he won it. Yeah, he didn't. But he was third at MVP voting. So that's something you have to admit is pretty darn lit. And obviously, our coach MVP didn't even make it to the top 10. That's interesting. But I think without a doubt, St. Brown didn't even win offensive MVP. That is crazy. JOK was in the top 10 in MVP voting. I mean, defensive MVP voting. Same thing with Razan Reddick. But not even a shocker, Kurt Winslow ended up actually winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jake Brooks was number 3, who was the rookie tight end. Then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Danny Black, who I think was our linebacker. But nobody else outside of like Brendan Jackson, who was number 10, and I'm pretty surprised he was there because he was kind of in either a rotational role or barely being there in the first place. So now we're going against the freaking Cowboys, which they are just known for absolutely just kicking people's butts in terms of fantasy purposes. I mean, not fantasy purposes. For EA purposes. Just freaking annoying, and I hate it. But hopefully we can beat their butts. Hopefully we can just get away with a win. Hopefully go to the Super Bowl and win and move on our lives. Hopefully.
Tonight.
Right. Let's just pray to God that this team can just, like, stop one of the best simulation teams of all time. Okay, so 3-0. Not that great. Still not that great. 10-3. That's not bad. 24. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is just fledged dominance. Dang, that making it all the way to the NFC Championship game for that to happen is kind of heartbreaking. That's kind of heartbreaking. But that's actually just life going against the freaking Cowboys. Like, why does it have to be the Cowboys that have to beat us? I'm, like, really pissed off. Because it's not like it's like our team's fault. Like, our offense is doing okay. It's just kind of our defense not doing so much. But again, we did had a lot of rookies. But anyway, this was a very successful season either way. And hopefully we could just make it next year and actually make it to the Super Bowl this time. Because there are going to be a lot of issues heading into this season. So, yeah, but, I mean, the fact that we end up making it here in the first place was pretty nice. Just, it kind of did stink at the end of the day. We kind of got killed by the freaking Cowboys. But at least St. Brown had a good game. Same thing with Winslow and Reddick in the NFC Divisional round. But let's see who made it to the Pro Bowl on our team. Honestly, I feel like there got to be a few players. Not surprising, Winslow is the leading quarterback heading into the Pro Bowl. Nick Chubb is the heading running back heading into the Pro Bowl. St. Brown made it. So far, most of all of our positions have made it. I don't think Jake Brooks is our tight end, if I'm not mistaken. Trevor Penny made it. And that was 8 on offense. We had like 4 or 5 Pro Bowlers. That's not bad. Son Reddick made it. I think that might be it, honestly, on defense, outside of maybe JOK. Yeah, so JOK made it. I don't think any of our corners made it. Yeah, none of them. But Tyrann Mathieu did make it. So we had like 6, 7 Pro Bowlers. Which I guess is kind of expected since, well, we made it into the frickin' Super Bowls. I mean, and it's championship games, so I guess that's expected. But hopefully the Ravens beat the Cowboys. I'm just hoping for that to happen since they beat us in there. So, yeah, that's just all I'm going to have to hope at this point. Come on, frickin' Cowboys. Score a touchdown, god dang it. Like, so I in this fantasy league, I'm going against the defense of the Patriots. So, yeah. So we won both offensive and defensive rookie of the year. So that's actually kind of nice that we got both offensive and defensive rookie of the years. The only problem with it that I have to complain about is just the factor that Winslow, it gets him from normal dev to star dev. That's like the only complaint I probably have. But besides that, I really don't really have any other complaints. So, yeah. But, yeah, Winslow, he's going to... Oh, he actually went to Superstar. That's interesting. Danny Black... Hopefully he can actually, like... Actually, I want to upgrade just specifically his coverage, so then he can play a little bit better at coverage. He does get star dev, so that's actually really nice. So, this, I am hoping to be in our year. I'm hoping it's going to be, because our team is just, again, way too talented enough now at this point to not make it into a Super Bowl. And so if that means we don't make it, that's kind of unfortunate for us in that matter. So yeah, we are completely just filling this entire thing. I really don't think that we are going to probably sign anybody. I don't think we're gonna sign anyone in free agency, but you kind of never know. And honestly, the only position I think I have a need of is linebacker. Well, specifically, middle linebacker. So I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be anybody we're going to sign. So yeah, Tyrann Mathieu wants to come back, and honestly, I don't know why not, because like Tyrann Mathieu, he's still an 84, so I guess I take it, and he's back on a pretty cheap 1-year deal at least. So that's a positive, and I guess we could get a depth player in Jordan Jackson, so hey, that's nice. Hopefully I can give him like a medium, but just slightly decrease his contract a little bit. And there you go. So now we have $8.9 million in cap. So there are going to be some trades I think we're going to have to do or cuts, because we are getting kind of wrecked in cap space right now. We're 8.9 million. We definitely need to get a better linebacker, and there are just so much cap space I feel like we could honestly get. So let's see here. Let's just, what is our, would we potentially get the most salary back from? Is going to be a lot of players out there that's going to free us a lot of cap space. Hassan Reddick. I think it might be unfortunate, but I think that might be the idea. Kelder Miller, yeah, definitely cut him. He needs to get cut. We just need some more cap space, and he's definitely just a very good candidate to cut. Minka Fitzpatrick, the cap space is pretty big, but I don't think I really want to cut him that badly. Hassan Reddick, I think, might be a guy I want to cut or trade, though. He's very old, and he holds a lot of cap space. I mean a lot. So trading him can definitely be a big impact into keeping our cap space from not going to hell. So let's try to do a little edge rushing swap here. Gregory Rousseau and Hassan Reddick for a first as well. Alright. The 14th overall pick and Hassan Reddick for exchange of Gregory Rousseau, who I'm honestly hoping is not getting paid that much. He actually is not getting paid that much at all at the moment. So that's actually pretty freaking nice that we get 2 years of his honestly not really expensive contract. So that is pretty nice, and that also gives us the capability of actually signing a big-time linebacker in free agency. And also, he's honestly better So that's also just another point to throw out there. But the thing is do I want to do another swap with, like, I don't know, Marshawn Lattimore? Because he's also holding up a lot of cap space on his own, too. So there's also that option, which I think is just a better option to trade him now and hope that we can try to get, like, someone that isn't, like, the cap hell player, which I don't think there is a guy who's named the cap hell player. Um, so let's just, like, look at any potential options. The one player I want to maybe try to bring is Sauce Gardner, but I don't think that's going to happen. Just because of how much, like, good he is. But let's try to get Christian Gonzalez. Obviously, I think we can easily get this trade done and over with. So that's why I'm going to try to throw in a first next year, just because they kind of need their first this year. So how about next year? So Christian Gonzalez and a first next year for exchange of Marshawn Lattimore. We're trying to get younger. We're trying to get cheaper, too, because this team is kind of getting a little overflown in money. So that's perfect there. So now we have over $20 million in cap space. We still have actually over $30 million now. Jesus Lord, those two contracts just to swap with different players, but they're still good players, is honestly very good. Okay, so not surprisingly, honestly a little surprised, this free agency class is terrible, and I don't want any of the linebackers. So we're gonna go to the next option, which was to try to trade for one, which I don't think is gonna be very hard, well, easy to do. Let's try to get Jack Campbell. I hated the idea of getting Jack Campbell in the first round, but he was rated the highest linebacker out of the 2023 draft class. So, and we also don't really have a lot out of this class, so hopefully we can try to get Jack Campbell for cheap, hopefully. Jack Campbell, dang, he's an 82. I thought he was going to be a little bit better than that. You know what? Let's try to get Quay Walker instead. He's just, like, a little bit more better. There was no trade offers. Quay Walker, really? How about just a first-round pick? That's all I'm asking. I mean, you literally got the first round. You literally give a first-round pick for Quay Walker, so first and a second. Alright, trade accepted. Quay Walker for exchange is just first and a second. And it isn't that bad. Yeah, it is a bit of an overpaid in the trade, but it's pretty necessary to fix what was our biggest position, which was middle linebacker. So yeah, our team does not have a lot of needs. We have veteran players. We have young players. We have middle of the pack players. West team is very hard to not make to the postseason. And I would be very upset if this team somehow just does not make it to the postseason. Well, we had a slightly better season than we did last season. We still won our division, and we went 12-5. So, not that bad, to be honest with you. So, hopefully, just our team could just actually win this time. So once again, Kurt was very close in terms of winning the most passing yards this season. Third in offense, and 12 in defense. So finally our defense has finally decided to show the frick up itself, finally. 47 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. This is a way better season than we had last year, even if we did throw a lot lesser yards. Nick Chubb definitely progressed, but he still is doing really well with over 1,000 yards, 5 yards per carry, and 13 touchdowns. Chris Olave with over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns, actually the leading receiver this time. St. Brown, definitely a down year for him from last year, but he was still over 1,000 yards and 17 touchdowns. Beckett, once again, with over 1,000 yards. Jake Brooks with 810. So, yeah, apparently we had 7 Pro Bowls then last year, because he was on our team. I never knew that. Yeah, our line was kind of a mess last year. Trevor Penning, Rashawn Slater, and Lorenzen Thompson all allowed double-digit sacks. That is a bit of a yikes, not going to lie. 10.5 sacks for Gregory Rousseau. A little lesser production, but at least it spread it around to other players. And then McColdman, who we drafted, ended up actually getting 6.5 sacks. Assuming he may have not replaced Isaiah Foskey. Unless he got injured or something. Montez Thomas with 5.5. Just, he didn't really get as much pressure as I thought we were going to. 4 interceptions for JOK, 3 interceptions for Tyrann Mathieu, 2 for Karyakoa, 1 interception then for Quay Walker, Christian Gonzalez, Bingham Fitzpatrick, and Tyson Campbell. So yeah, our offense got slightly less in production, but still was top 3. And our defense actually wasn't actually one of the worst defenses this year. So our team is a lot more balanced than it was last year. Last year, we kind of had to rely on our offense a lot more than our defense, which is a little unfortunate. But we are 8 overalls higher than the Panthers. If we don't at least beat them by 10 points, that is going to be very unfortunate. Because, this is way too much good of a team to just get wrecked by the Panthers. But again, the Panthers are also known for actually being very good in simulation as well. So this is going to be a bit hard for us to win. So hopefully our team actually decides to beat the Carolina Panthers. And hopefully our defense could play like it's been, which has been good. Alright, 7-0. Not a great start. This is not a great start. This is not a great start. This is terrible. This is terrible. What is going on here? Look at this. Driving the ball. That is a touchdown. And a punt. Okay, so we're coming back. Alright, tie ball game, 4th quarter. We got the ball back, apparently, from a turnover. Scored 3 points. I'm going to slow it down here and just see what happens. Alright, so ball on our side of the field, 24-21. Probably, yeah. There you go. First down and more down the field. And that's now down at the 18. Same the first time we were in a close game at the wild card.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain.
We really need a defense finally.
That throw by Young.
Incomplete, nice, but I would actually prefer. We need a turnover. We need a turnover or.
Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens
inbounds. Handoff, draw.
Fighting him off.
God.
And all the way down inside the
that
5 to the 4.
Ridiculous. What in the hell, defense? Alright, first down. Bryce Young getting out of the pocket, and that's going to be a touchdown. Because apparently nobody knew that he was running the football, apparently.
Bryce Young taking it in from 4 yards out.
All right, here we go. The extra point kick is good.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game.
This is actually
so the drive winds up going 75 yards.
Obviously, I have more time than we did last time, so that's actually nice. But at the same time,
at the goal line.
we only have to make you have to actually get a touchdown.
Here's first down.
Yeah. Winslow, you probably have done this now like multiple times. You can do this. Winslow looking to throw left side field, and that is caught by St. Brown.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
First down. Looking deep, and that is caught. I think that's by Jake Brooks, actually. No huddle again. Less than probably 50 seconds to be called tight here.
Here's first and 10 now.
But here we go. Look at the throw. What a catch. Good catch. I think it's by Gerald Beckett there. And no huddle again. We're going to call timeout. Dang. Alright, but here we go. Look at the throw. Left side downfield, and that is incomplete.
Again from the 15.
He was open. This wasn't a good throw by him. Alright. We're in the red zone. 27 seconds left. Winslow looking to throw. And, and there we go. That's St. I think it's Olave, and they call timeout. We're at the 2-yard line with 20 seconds left. The box is pretty loaded with players. Maybe they might not want to run the ball here. Look at the throw. In the end zone, touchdown, Chris Olave. And that might be the game.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Alright, and the kick is good.
He's got it. And this is
28-31. What the hell is this camera?
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off.
They have to get into field goal range to at least stay in the
final
game.
minute of the contest.
Here we go. There's a decent kick return. Remember, they have all 3 timeouts. There's 11 seconds left, and they only have to get into
the
field goal
line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a
precisely, they don't have to Hail Mary it here, but they definitely have to throw the ball downfield and not shut it down.
Very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In a lot of ways,
let's see here. It might look like they're in a Hail Mary formation here. But I mean, again, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's the Hail Mary. Looking to throw, but that is bad. Picked, honestly. Now it is 3rd and 10. Looks to be in a Hail Mary position here. Kind of have to get a touchdown at this point. I don't think they're going to have enough time to field goal here. Here we go. Young is, for some reason, scrambling it, and he took it down by JOK, and that is going to be game over. I don't know why he decided to run with it. I'm not going to complain. Dang, Winslow had a good completion percentage last game. God dang. It was like over 75%. Not joking. He was like literally over 75%. Oh my god, we're going against the Niners. Please, did the Cowboys make it? They did. Of course they did. Arizona, I'm begging you, can you please eliminate Like, that's all I'm begging for. Because, like, this is ridiculous, the amount of times they make it. Alright, so we're going against the San Francisco 49ers, who are also a very good team. So hopefully we can win this game, too. A lot better than the Panthers, I'll tell you that. So they're an 85 while we're a 90 overall. So we still have the overall advantage, but but it's not 8 overalls, but instead 5.
Tonight.
It's always nice to be in, like, home for games like this, so, yeah. But, anyway, let's just hope that we can kill them like we did last time. This is not a great start. 7-0. Oh, now it's 7-7. 7-14. 7-17. Okay, this has been a very interesting game so far. Yeah, well, let's, slow it down, let's say. Alright, so, yeah, 49ers get the ball. It is 1st and 10. And Purdy is, I think, the quarterback, actually.
This is Samuel.
Oh, there's Debo Samuel. And that's a good stop
Give him
there.
4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Running it, like, slow is the best idea. Especially during, like, we're not even done with the fourth quarter. Oh, it seems to be a jet sweep. Oh, never mind. It's a fake jet sweep.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Alright, so we're going to run just normal speed for now. And hopefully we actually stop here. We did. But it also seems like we're about to get stopped. Never mind, we went. Go for it. You know what? Let's slow it down. So I actually can see what the frick is going on here. Oh, wait, they get the ball back all of a sudden? The heck?
Downs goes in motion.
Hell.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Yep, and that's
Powell breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of
that's a bit
midfield.
concerning.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just a simple tap.
Alright. We're going to run normal speed. Obviously, I'm just going to keep doing this every time before. It seems like, yeah, they scored a touchdown. So our offense kind of has to score here. We're doing good, and we have scored a touchdown. Got the extra point. Shooting clock, there we go. And now we got 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to try to get into an end zone and get the touchdown. Or kick a field goal and tie it. So, 3rd and 2. We're down in the back.
On 3rd down.
And there's the first by
our
rookie running back.
20.
What happened to Nick Chubb?
3 points separating
Bro,
these
now
two
it's our
sides with
sophomore.
2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So now it feels a little interesting to run the football since we actually.
Throwing on 1st down.
Alright, 2-minute warning. He looks to throw. There you go.
Side, he's got it complete.
I don't know who that is.
Able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
The most important thing there is he went out of bounds. That stops the clock. So, and we didn't have to bounce.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Chris Olave wide open for a 1st down.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
Calm down. Look at the throw right side, and that is caught, and that's out of bounds. I think it's by Jake Brooks, too.
And he gets this.
I'm liking all these close games, man. These close games are really, like, packing me in the punch. Alright, looking the throw. There you go. Hitting me. Now it's 3rd and 7. It really seems like he's actually worse than what he was. That's why he didn't
Back to throw again.
That shit's taking a miss. There you go. St. Brown wide open in the middle of the field.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers.
About less than 70 seconds left, and we're in territory. Looking to throw wide open, middle of the field. Maybe call a timeout here. I mean, that's what I would do.
All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Here's
Looking
first
to
and
throw.
10.
There you go, Chris Olave. Maybe call a timeout, maybe.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under
29 seconds left.
to go.
Don't have a lot of time, but we still have 2 timeouts, so we kind of have to make it in the end zone.
Stick with the passing game
And St. Brown open, but barely misses into the end zone. Saints with another timeout.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
One thing about this team when they're in like situations like this, they like to chew the clock, and that's something that. Oh, and that's a touchdown! Touchdown! And I think that's Tim Beckett, I think. Yeah, that's Tim Beckett. But that might be no. So 20 seconds left, and they have to score a touchdown. But again, let's see if they're more smarter than Atlanta.
We've called a bunch of games.
Figure they would.
How about how they got it done down the stretch?
Never
Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute,
Right.
I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
27-yard
turn out to the 27-yard
and
line. The 49er offense
I
set
don't
to get this
understand
drive
why.
underway.
We have 3 timeouts, 15 seconds left. That's good enough to probably.
He's going to let it fly.
That's,
And that will be
I don't know. Like, you just wasted
Would have
7
been a big
seconds.
hitter if they had connected.
Honestly, he would
Instead, it's
run the
second down.
football and call a timeout afterwards and run it. I don't know
Here's
why you're
Purdy to
just
throw.
throwing the ball deep downfield.
Now a desperation
go.
throw deep downfield.
Pretty much decides
And that
the
will be
game.
incomplete.
And now
Trying to
they
tie
just
it up
have
the long way out there, but it'll be third
second
down.
left, so yeah.
Purdy with
But honestly,
one final
safe to
shot
say
here.
we pretty much won this game. Yeah,
Nowhere to
pressured.
go.
He actually
lost the
fumbles it,
And this is picked up
and then
by the
we
Saints.
cover it.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Yeah, what a finish.
And they have secured
Fumbles
a
the
spot
ball.
in the conference championship.
Dang, we have injury. It's kind of. I think it's on defense, right? Yeah, so he's out for the rest of the season, and that's also going with Marco. And I'm honestly wondering why is he on the field? Unless Brian Brzee was hurt or something, I don't know how he ended up getting on the field. So, I mean, like, unless one of our D tackles get hurt, which none of them even got hurt. So I guess he was just in a rotational role. And then he got hurt. But yeah, Nick Chubb being out for the rest of the season, that is going to hurt a lot. Because, no offense to Jerome, but he is not a elusive running back. And this is his first season actually getting the workload. So that's a bit of a concern. So I think trying to look at a free agent target is honestly just an idea at this point. Because we definitely need a running back. And I don't think, no offense, but I don't think you're going to be the guy. But I just want to, is an elusive running back. I like him as a power back, just not quite as an elusive. So Rashad Penny, perfect guy, just a 1-year pack. That's really all I'm asking. And now we got him on our team. And hopefully he's going to help us win a freaking Super Bowl. So, obviously, I'm hoping we're going against Arizona instead of Dallas, because Dallas is honestly going to probably kick our butts again. And thank God, We're going against the Arizona Cardinals. This should be a very easy game. And they're also 81 overall, which that makes this team even more weaker than it is already. So that is actually really nice. Like, the fact we were going against, instead of Dallas, which is very good, to them is really nice.
Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans.
Alright. Hopefully we could just slay by this game and just move on to the Super Bowl. Alright, so 7-7, not this is not looking great. This is terrible. This is